Maybe one thing society is going to do is going to be to force us inside of.
Wake up, it's time to activate. Wake up, it's time to activate. You know there is more that God has in store. You've been so used to hiding and used to inviting the fear, guilt, and doubting that keeps you from thriving. But wake up, it's time to activate it. Wake up, it's time to activate it. Activate your destiny. Time to activate.
Welcome to another episode of the Activate Your Destiny podcast. I am your host, Destiny Faith Goy. And if society don't do nothing else, they're going to tell us things like, pick a niche, choose one thing to focus on, stay in your lane. The world is much more comfortable when you are predictable and categorizable. Think about the algorithm. We have to do so many things to make sure it can categorize us that it forces us into a box. But guess what? You were never meant to be predictable. And if we're not careful, it's going to cause us to shrink. Because it's a lot easier to shrink and hide than to step outside of the box that everybody is trying to force us in. We are no longer taking responsibility for somebody else's comfort. When I was preparing for this episode, I started to think about all the ways that society tries to force us into a box. And it made me think about the scripture, choose ye this day who you will serve. That is about the only thing that I have to choose. I have to choose to follow Jesus. The rest of the way that I was created does not deserve to be within a box. Choose ye this day who you will serve, not what container your gift has to fit within. God never told us to pick a gift and then stay there forever. He told us to serve him and to follow him. And from there, he'll direct us on how to use the different gifts that we were given. When we conform to this gift, whether it's intentional or not, it causes us to feel like we can't evolve. Almost like stepping into something new is betraying who we used to be. And we all know if everybody around us is not growing, they would much rather us stay the way that we used to be. And oftentimes we choose to stay stuck, afraid of what people will say when we finally start to outgrow the box that they put us in. This box relates to moms as well. I'm a mom. Okay. Believe it or not, that's a title, but it's also a box because then you feel like I can't do anything outside of being a mom. I can't do anything outside of being a wife. Those are boxes. Boxes, containers that you are choosing to stay in. But guess what? You can be a good mom. You can be a good wife. You could be good at this, and that, all at the same time. So think about your resume. When you have a resume, you have each job that you've ever worked, right? Or the jobs that you choose to keep on there because they relate to the job you're applying for. But under that job title, you put the things that you have been able to accomplish and the trainings that you have done, what you've been able to learn, and the requirements of that job. And you do that in hopes that the person that is reviewing your application sees that those things that you got from that job will help you in the new job. And the same thing works in life. The gift that you may use in the church choir might also help you at home. The way that you are super organized at your job and it's just coming natural to you may also help you in your house. The way that you creatively come up with different field trips and assignments and concepts for other people could also be the creativity that you use to get your kids to stay focused on their chores, to complete their homework assignments, to homeschool them. You've already been given the tools needed to accomplish what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I know you all have heard of the put a finger down challenge. We've played the game on social media time and time again, but I want to bring it back just for this episode. I'm going to name some things, and every time you recognize yourself, put a finger down and keep them down. The first one is the party planner mom, the one who cannot throw a basic event even if she tried. Yep, that's me. The decorator mom, the one who walks into a room and immediately sees what it could be, not just the way that it is right now. The photographer mom, the one who captures moments differently than everyone else in the room. Sometimes, but the makeup artist mom, the one who everybody calls right before the event. The hair mom, the one who takes extra care of her hair and her kids' hair and always has to answer the question, who did their hair? The hostess mom, her home always feels like somewhere people want to be. They come in and immediately want to take a nap, take their shoes off, and eat. The homeschool mom, the one who creates the assignment that goes way beyond the curriculum itself. The content mom, the one who picks up the phone and makes something that everybody is excited to watch. The notes app mom, the one who has a business idea she's never told anybody about, or that book that's been sitting in her notes forever. The one who made something beautiful out of nothing and on a tight budget. Yep, we're counting her too. Honestly, I can relate to all of them. How about you? Let me know in the comments how many fingers you ended up putting down. Now, if you put any of the fingers down, that is creativity. Yep, creativity. You are a creative mom. But it's your version of it, your lane, doing what only you do. And guess what? You're also allowed to put more than one finger down. That's the whole point. Now, of course, we have a scripture to refer to, and that's Romans 12:6. The NIV version says, we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. Different by design, not by accident. God gave you your specific combination of gifts on purpose, not so that you could pick one and hide the rest, not so you could try to stuff them all in one little container, so you could use all of them in the way that only you can. Sis, you were never supposed to fit into one box. The homeschool mom box can't hold you, and neither can the makeup artist box. Neither can the choir member box, because you were never made to fit in one box. You were made to fill in every room you walk into with whatever gift that moment requires. I challenge you to name the box that somebody put you in that you never fully fit in. Just name it. Write it down. Share it with us in the comments. And recognize from this moment on that you don't belong in that box. Allow it to overflow into whatever area of your life it's needed. And if this related to you in any type of way, join us for the Wake Up Creative Challenge. This challenge is a 7-day challenge for the mom who is done letting other people define what her creativity is supposed to look like. The link, of course, is in the description. Come on and join us and do the work together. The amazing thing about being a creative mom is that you usually associate yourself with other creative moms. So make sure you not only share this episode with another mom, you also subscribe, like it, comment, and let us know what box you are no longer allowing yourself to settle for. And remember, the calling on your life is not canceled. It is just waiting on your obedience.